All right, breaking news this morning. An overnight apartment fire is under investigation. You can see there was a big response last night to the complex on Neches Court. Right now, we're waiting on answers regarding any injuries.
Also breaking right now, police are having a hard time finding whoever it was that broke into a small business in East Nashville. Now, this happened off Gallatin Road just after 1 this morning at Dahl's Family Cafe. They got away with some cash. If you know anything, please contact Metro Police. A 74-year-old man murdered outside his South Nashville home overnight. Now the search is on for the suspects.
News Channel 5's Dan Kennedy live from the South Police Precinct this morning. And Dan, this is it's just a heartbreaking story. So this guy actually was going out to bring his trash bin, I guess, back up to the house.
It's awful. Something he did every week, I'm sure, for his life. Didn't think twice about it. Doing your normal chore, going out to bring the trash can inside. Only this time he was gunned down in the driveway of his own home right off Claiborne Street, and a group of young men were seen running away from the scene. By all accounts, this man was innocent, a 74-year-old who this morning is identified as Ruxin Wang. Shots were fired as he was outside getting that trash can. Witnesses reported seeing several young men, possibly juveniles, running from the scene. Here's the other thing. This happened just before 4 o'clock yesterday, so it was still daylight. There were people outside when these shots rang out, and that group of young men wearing black hoodies and khaki pants, possibly juveniles, seen running towards the J.C. Napier Public Housing Development right across Lafayette Street. So this morning, detectives are back here at the South Police Precinct trying to piece this together. I'm told they have strong leads, though no arrests have been made. They're asking anyone who might have seen something to come forward, 615-74-CRIME, because again, Amy and Nick, busy afternoon. There were people out and about yesterday before 4 when these shots rang out, and this 74-year-old man was murdered. Reporting live in South Nashville, Dan Kennedy, News Channel 5.
And this was the scene on Nolensville Road when police found the body of a 20-year-old man. Dedrick Wade told police he and his friend were at a home on Lyle Lane when he was holding a gun, and Wade said he thought it was unloaded and pulled the trigger. The gun fired and hit his friend in the back of the head. Wade tried to take the victim to Southern Hills, but eventually pulled over and called 911. The victim was pronounced dead inside the car. Wade is not facing any charges right now. And another online sale turns violent last night. Two men meet up in a West Nashville parking lot.
Yeah, crazy situation here. News Channel 5 Sophie Nielsen-Colding joins us live from the Kroger off Charlotte Pike. This, of course, near White Bridge Pike. Sophie, sounds like this guy wasn't really trying to sell the car after all.
No, because as soon as that potential buyer met up with them, the alleged seller, who's actually probably going to commit a robbery according to police, pulled a gun out. Well, it turns out the buyer had a gun too, shot the seller who ran into this Kroger over here, had to be taken to Vanderbilt University Medical Center. He was hurt so badly. Critical condition is what police are telling us. This all happened early yesterday evening around 6 o'clock. They met up in a public area, well-lit parking lot, this Kroger here in West Nashville, and that's when that shootout happened. According to police, the victim was not hurt in any of this, but now police are working to find out if the potential robber, that would-be robber, was working with anyone. They're looking to see if there was anyone else here that was maybe on the lookout for him or anything like that. But in the meantime, a lot of police departments are suggesting people who are, doing these online sales, meeting up with people in real life, instead meet up in the police department parking lots as possibly a safer option for these. Live in West Nashville, Sophie Nielsen-Colding, News Channel 5.
All right, those shootings happened just within hours of each other last night, and they add to a disturbing statistic right now, as we see this just keep going up.
Yeah, they really do. And at this point last year, 255 people had been shot. This year, that number sits at 362 and counting. This means right now we're seeing a 42% increase in gun violence across the city. 2 of 3 inmates who broke out of the Macon County Jail are back in jail this morning. Only one guy, Jeffrey Strong, is still on the run right now. Investigators believe he may be in Kentucky, possibly Bowling Green. That's where escapee Matt White was caught just a short time ago. Now we're getting an inside look at the jail where those 3 men broke out. They used a bedpost to pry back a speaker and then remove cinder blocks. From there, they rappelled down 2 stories using bed sheets. Now the sheriff says he's looking at more staffing and other measures to prevent this from happening again.
Do you feel responsible?
Yes, I'll take responsibility because these employees should have been doing more. I'm not saying they had time to do more, but it should have been more done, and we're going to correct this matter.
All right, so here's one more look at the escapee who is still on the run. Jeffrey Strong. Call police if you see him.